She come on to all you good casual fans over there, all you fight fans. She come on. I'd like to welcome you all to another edition of Predictions by a Casual. Today is January 22nd, 22nd, I believe it's the 22nd, Saturday, January 22nd. Today's event is UFC 270. It's been a while since I made a video. It's been a while since we had a fight night like this one. Actually, I don't think we've ever had a fight night like this one, good people. Because apart from the co-main and the main event, I don't think the card today holds water. And I was looking for a subtitle. There was a time when UFC cards used to have subtitles. They have titles like subtitles on them. And today's subtitle, to borrow from Uncle Chain or to paraphrase Uncle Chain, I didn't think the UFC could pile shit this high. Yeah, there you go, good people. That's what I think about today's card. And apart from the co-main and main event, good people, today's card is $75. I don't know what kind of casual, what kind of idiot is willing to pay $75 when you can ask Khabib for a Russian link. So anyway, today's card is underwhelming, good people. It is underwhelming. Anyway, today's card is the main event is Gamin, Cyril Gane, challenging the undisputed heavyweight title holder, the baddest man on the planet, Francis Ngannou. And the co-main event is a trilogy fight between the assassin baby from Tijuana, Mexico, from TJ, as my buddies call it. He's from TJ, and he's fighting the former title holder, flyweight title holder, the god of war, Mr. Davison Figueiredo. Their first fight was a draw. Their first fight ended in a draw, and their first fight was on short notice, or at least Mr. Assassin Baby took it on short notice, on 10 days notice or something like that, and then ended in a draw. The second fight, they had time to prepare, and the Assassin Baby won by submission, I believe. And then this is their third time fighting. Anyway, good people, I was saying today's card is probably the most mediocre. I've been a casual fan for, I'd say, close to 10 years, between 8 to 10 years. And I have I started watching UFC fights. Me and my buddies would go to restaurants, watch them, have a good time over there. And I cannot remember such a mediocre card, such a mediocre pay-per-view card, good people. So today's card, good people, has 22 fighters. Of the 22 fighters, only 9 have, 9 are making their UFC debut. 9 fighters are making that UFC debut. Only 3 fighters have more than 10 fights. And of all those 3 fighters are in the title belts, the Davison Figueiredo, the Assassin Baby, and the Predator. They are the only fighters in this card, the whole card, top to bottom, with more than 10 fights. And only 5 fighters have 8 or more fights. Even the challenger to the heavyweight title, Mr. Gamin, only has 7 fights. This will be his 8th fight in the UFC. Very underwhelming card, good people. So to bore you, let me bore you, because I'm only gonna be making the predictions for the 2 title fights. But the first fight is gonna be a contestant who's making their debut versus a contestant who's 0-1. The second fight is 2 wins, 3 losses versus somebody making their debut. The third fight somebody with 1 win and 1 loss is fighting somebody making their debut. The next fight, somebody with 2 wins and 2 losses versus somebody making their debut. The next fight, somebody making their debut is fighting somebody else who's making their debut. The next fight, a fighter who's 5-1 is fighting a fighter who's making their UFC debut. Next fight, a fighter who's making their debut is fighting a fighter who's 5-3. Next fight, the only fight apart from the title ones where somebody's now fighting a debutant. A fighter who's 5-3 is fighting another fighter who's 3-1. And then a fighter who's 4-2 is gonna fight a debutant. And then after that, we go to the co-main. The assassin baby is fighting Deus da Guerra, or da Guerra, I believe. God of War in Portuguese or in English. And then the Predator, obviously, fighting both Gamin for the heavyweight title, good people. And the beginning of the week, good people, I looked at this fight card, I went and I was like, oh my God, am I that of a casual? Don't I know any of these names? Because I only, apart from those 4 people fighting in the title fight, I only recognize maybe 2-3 other names. So like the whole card, I only knew of a handful of names. And I thought maybe it's just my casual nature or my casualness that and my lack of expertise in the fight game that I didn't recognize any of these names, any of these fighters. Today I'm drinking some fermented grape juice. Anyway, good people. So yesterday or the day before yesterday, I decided to go look up, do some research on the fight card, write out the, the stats, everything. Started writing them. And each one after the next one, I'm like getting underwhelmed, getting more and more underwhelmed, getting pissed off, good people. And I realized, I don't follow UFC or fight politics that much, but I had to pay a little bit of attention, and I had to look up what's been going on. And my research showed me that Mr. Francis, the Predator Ngannou, has been demanding more fighter pay, more pay for himself, specifically better benefits for himself. And I feel like this card is a punishment, not only a punishment to the Predator, but also punishment to the fans, because the UFC raised their pay-per-view prices. It's now $75 per pay-per-view in the US. And the first pay-per-view that they're gonna charge $75 is this one, a fight card where almost half the fighters have no experience in the UFC. Nobody knows them. More than half of them have a losing record. Or since they've never fought, they have a losing record. I guess they have no record, And I wondered who's gonna pay. Who's gonna pay for this, good people? Who's gonna pay? To be honest, good people, it has given me a bad taste. This fight has given me, or this fight card it's leaving a bad taste in my mouth, and so I have to drink some fermented juice just to sweeten my tongue a little bit. And so, good people, I'm gonna jump to the predictions. And as I said sometime last year, I'm only gonna be predicting fights that intrigue me. And there's only 2 fights that intrigue me in this card, good people. And I'm gonna predict them, and they're the co-main and main event. I really hope nobody pays for this. No offense meant to any of the fighters taking part in this, but God damn, we're going through an inflation in the US, good people. The price of everything is going up. The UFC is making a lot of money, has been making a lot of money during the whole quarantine. They were the only organization that kept on going and going. They took their company and made it, to the stock market, had an IPO. Now it's publicly traded. Fighter pay didn't go up. It didn't go up, good people. So it's leaving a bad taste in my mouth. No offense to any of the fighters. It's not their fault. It's corporate. It's corporate drama. Corporations. We're all slaves. We're all slaves. They say slavery. There's no more slavery, but we all have masters. Good people. We all have masters, and the fighters, their masters is the UFC, and they get shitty pay. They get shitty pay. They get peanuts, slave wages compared to other sports. Anyway, fast fight that I'm gonna predict is the Assassin Baby, who's the undisputed flyweight champ. 7 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws. He's fighting Deus da Guerra, the former champ, Davison Figueiredo, who has 9 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw in his UFC career, good people. And for this fight, good people, I love it. I love what I've seen in the first 2 fights. I loved the attitude, the no like the like no give up mentality of the raw dog mentality of the Assassin Baby. Cause I was afraid of people. I'm still afraid of the God of War. I remember his fights. I've seen him demolish his last, when he won the title belt. I remember him demolishing the opponent. I think he demolished him twice. Anyway, well, people, for this fight, it's a really tough one. It's a really tough one. And who am I gonna pick? I'd love for Mr. Brandon Moreno to win. He's such a positive dude. And to me, to be honest, I've been watching the videos online and he seems too upbeat. While his opponent is fixated on distraction. Is fixated on destroying, or like, what did he say? He's gonna knock his head off. So, good people, for this fight, good people, for this fight, I'm gonna go with the champ to retain his title, Mr. Brandon Moreno, to retain his title. That's the prediction for the first fight. And then for the main event, Mr. Gamin versus the Predator, Francis Ngannou. The last time I remember, like, there's only a few times I feel this nervous when a fight on a fight card. And last time was when Mr. Nigerian Nightmare Kamaru Usman fought Kamaru Usman. Yeah, he fought Colby Covington. When he fought Colby Covington, I felt nervous. His last fight, I was really nervous. But the fight that gave me this feeling of a gut in the stomach was when Bobby Knuckles took on the Style Bender. I was really worried when they fought the first time. I was really worried for the safety of the Style Bender, but he came out and made easy work of the champion at that time. And so, good people, I feel nervous again. Mr. Gamin is probably the most athletic heavyweight, or even light heavyweight, probably the most athletic of the heavyweights and light heavyweights. I have seen videos of this guy dance. He can salsa or tango. I don't know which one it was. I saw a video of him doing it. He's a really good basketball player. Way better than probably the other GOAT, John Jones. And no, probably he is. And from his last few fights, I have to give him some respect, good people. He might only have 7 fights, and I don't think he's fought any former champions. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember, but I don't think he's fought any former champions. I don't think he's faced anybody the caliber that Francis has fought. But on the other hand, good people, it is hard to hit Gamin, and I see Francis swinging and missing a lot. This will be a tale of the swings and misses that Francis had. I had a prediction that Francis is going to lose a pound of water weight after the first round. It's not going to end in the first round, good people. It is not going to end in the first round. I don't know right now who's going to win, but I know it's not going to end in the first round. No, I don't know that, good people. I don't know. But I don't think it's going to end in the first round. I think Francis is going to miss 70% or more of everything that he throws. His leg kicks, his punches. He's going to miss a lot today. He's going to have a hard time catching Gamin. And I think Gamin is going to connect more than Francis, especially with his legs. With that said, good people, that was a video I made one time. I've only ever predicted a fight against Francis once. And at one time after that, I said, I'll never doubt the Predator again. And good people, I will not go back on my word. So I pick the Predator, Francis Ngannou, to win by TKO in the 4th round. Thank you for watching. If you can, please try to send Mr. Khabib Nurmagomedov a message and ask him for a Russian link. That's if you do not mind paying $75 for this shit show. Adios, good people. Adios. Have a good fight night. See you next time.